fucking with it right. Here with who I started with, we something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Ray, Central Coast, mob and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right. Live on Chicano Tube. Live on Chicano Street. Do me a favor, mi beautiful linda raza. Just go ahead and hit that like button one more time. Hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, cabrones. I just want to do an audio check. Someone just drop a one. Let me know if you can hear me. Por favor, just drop a one and let me know if you can hear me. Sometimes when I'm out and about, you already know what it is. You know, have difficulties on the mic. But anyways, enough politics, all right? Cálmase, cabrones. Man, I should be letting you know. I should tell you about all the DMs that I got. And man, when you that's right, Machete. I appreciate you, carnal. When you when you talk politics, man, people they get mad, huh? But you know what? At the end of the day, you got your own opinion, so keep it pushing, cabrones. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about what's going on tonight. We're having a great conversation on tonight. Again, give me a one. Just let me know if you can hear me. Give me a one, cabrones. Ah, you guys. I'm actually at Selena's High right now. I'm waiting for my daughter. I'm gonna go ahead and give her some money para una comida que quiere comprar. Food fair or something, man. Food fair or something. But just give me a one. Oh, perfect. I appreciate you guys. Brenda Love is in the casa. I appreciate you, amiga. Brenda Love. Gracias, mi amiga. You're a hustler, amiga. Gracias. Anyways, at Selena's High, we're going to be on the G-Lew show tonight. Tonight, we're going to have that black and brown conversation at 9 p.m. Now, G-Lew, he got a lot of shows, man. He got a lot of shows. Almost one a day. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Two things. One is go over there and show him some love, man. Go ahead and subscribe over to G-Lew, or like I like to call him, OG Lou. Go ahead and subscribe over to OG Lou tonight. And then two, I need you to do me a favor. I need at 9 o'clock at night, at 9 o'clock tonight, I need us to pull up. I need all the raza to pull up. Pinchy 1064s, 10 candy lowriders. Boom, pull up in the comment section tonight on the G Lou show. That way we can show up and show out and show them some love. Because it's going to be a good conversation. Gente, to keep it a buck with you. He says Alvarez all day. Calmado, cabrón. We're high school banging. I'm looking at the sign right here that says Cowboy Country. A lot of people didn't know Salinas is a cowboy town. That's why they have a pair of boots on the pinchy city logo in the middle of the town, on Old Town, etc. Anyways, we're going to have that black and brown conversation tonight. That's something more substantial, enough politics. People get their panties in a bunch. If I tell them to vote for their wallet, they're still gonna DM me, Mikey esto, Mikey esto. You know what? I'm gonna speak the pinchy real, whether anyone likes it or not, and that's just it. I'm not a politician. To be honest with you, if Alvin would have just stayed in the political lane, right? Just going in on politics, giving his opinion on politics, he would have already got to 100K. He would have already got to 100,000 if he would have stayed in one lane. But since, people tap in over there for pinchy politics and they like his opinion or whatever, and then the next day he's talking about I was the main one. I had pinteros looking up to me that were 5, 6 years older than me. I'm not from a gang, but I am from a hood. I'm not from a gang, but if you have a problem with me, I'll call 100 gang members. If he would have just chose the lane, he would have immediately already gone to 100K. But anyways, back to the G Lou show. That's more important. Tonight I'm gonna show some love. There ain't I don't even know if I've one interview maybe on YouTube. So if G Lou's format is, you know what, he's gonna interview me, I'm all open for it. I'm all open for it. I'll give you guys shit that you probably never even heard, right? You know, things that are only maybe in the members only will be talked about tonight, but I can't wait. So let's head over there and show them some love, man. Let me see what the comments are talking about. He says, Alvarez all day, cálmate, cabrón. Though they bust a lot of us to the west side if we lived around the fruit stand. So basically, the what is it called? The zone for the school district over here in Salinas High. I know because I had a lot of partners. Oh, you go over there? Well, yeah, they didn't send me to Alisal because I live by the fruit stand. and then the dividing line was Wood Street. Wood Street. I did go to Sherwood School, but then when they started busing us over here, we started going over to the west side, and it was what it was. You know, what are you gonna do? But anyways, tonight, you guys, G-Lew show. I can't wait. Nothing but love over there. You guys show up over there. Let's show out. Real quick, I want to talk about a couple other things too. Let's talk about other things that are trending. Not tacos de gato, not tortas de pato. Forget about it, okay? Because again, I'm gonna start getting back into politics, and I'm not a political show. I'm not a politician, absolutely at all. But I'm kind of like Grant Cardone. If something makes sense, use common sense, and it's gonna make you more money. And if it's not, it's not. But anyways, Shannon Sharpe has been trending. Yes, this is what he did. Yep, him and his girlfriend, they did what they did inside the bedroom. He dropped the phone, and when he dropped, somehow, I don't know how, he put the phone down, and when he put the phone down, Shannon Sharpe, a lot of people call him Unc. They call him Unc. The phone went live, and there was about a minute and something, whatever. It was a little bit over a minute, and you got him. It's embarrassing. If that shit happens, it's absolutely embarrassing. I mean, tuck your head between your legs, fucking get down in a pinchy hole, put your head in a hole like an ostrich. Absolutely embarrassing, man. I can't even imagine what the hell would anyone do in that kind of situation. So at first, he tried to lie. Yes, he did. And then he admitted he lied. But the reason he lied is because, a lot of us do shit on instinct. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. Well, when the smoke clears at the end of the day, he's a public figure, so he had to go ahead and admit that he lied, admit he put the phone down, and admit that the IG live was on for a minute, a little bit over a minute. Now, people are clowning. Here's the pinchy internet, always clowning, right? People are clowning, and they're saying that if he put the phone down, and then IG live turned on while he was doing what he did, and then by the time he turned the phone off, they were saying it's a minute and 16 seconds, that's all the whole thing took. And so they're calling him a minute man. I don't know, man. They're calling him a minute man. I don't talk about those kind of things right there. We definitely don't do no crazy shit over here like Chemo's Flicks. He put a video out about Splinter, and that he said Raza from down south in the woods, they always sex play. Híjole, that pinche Chemo. That one right there was that was fire, cabrón. That was fire right there. Speaking of that, let me let you know real quick. I gave Splinter today the deadline today. If I don't hear from Splinter, and I'm looking out for my daughter, she's gonna come to the attendance office. As soon as I see her, I gotta give her some feria. Oh, I appreciate it. No, I'm good. Thank you. Anyways, I gave Splinter today. If I don't hear from him, because Buzz is already in. Buzz is all in. He wants to make it a Woodtober. This is gonna be Red Rider versus Lightning. I don't mind. It'll be great. Matter of fact, what it reminds me of is that 4th of July mix that I did. Go back and trip out on that 4th of July mix. That pinchy mix will make you feel American. A huevo. So I gave Splinter today to respond. If I don't hear back from Splinter today, it's all good. Then it was just for a video. It was just for a like, for a comment, and for a video, and that's it. I mean, what am I gonna do? Ryder and Corner Chinga. You fucking Salad Boy 31 drops Murderville. The highest murder rate right on that corner, Ryder and Garner. Oh, that's where they got the Easy Market, no? That little liquor store? Yeah, that little liquor store looks like the one in Menace to Society, cabron. That pinchy old dog went in there, and remember what he said? Hold on, I'm looking out for my Mr. Mi Niña. Remember what old dog said? All right, you guys, give me a one if you can hear me. My bad. I had to close the browser out and look at something else. I should put the pinche telephone on focus that way no one bugs me at all. Anyway, give me a one if you can hear me. ¿Qué onda, Lux? That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Order Nacho. So, Kyle tonight. Gente, I'm letting everyone know. Kyle tonight. I need you guys to show up and show out 9 p.m. on the G-Lew show. Just give me a one. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know, cabrones. That's right, you guys. Audio's good. All right, that's right. All right, we keep it pushing. So yeah, I'm at Salinas High right now. I'm just waiting for my daughter. I'm gonna give her some feriacita. So yeah, the thing with the Shannon Sharpe, man, that was a trip. That was a trip. I don't know what's gonna happen. It just if that's embarrassing as hell. I'll just tell you that. That's embarrassing as hell, man. But I'm glad the audio's good, cabrones. My bad. I'm a little bit busy right now. But enough politics, gente. Obviously, we got to November 5th to decide who you want to, and that's fine. I mean, Kemala has switched on everything. Guns, anti-guns for all her life. All of a sudden, she's for guns. Anti-fracking all her life. All of a sudden, she's okay. She's gonna let people drill. No, she's not. As soon as she gets in there, boom, the powers that be will take over, and that is it. That will be a wrap. But again, politics. Okay, enough about that, cabrones. Man, hit that like though. Hit that pinchy subscribe one more time, man. It's gonna be a quick one. I just wanted to remind you guys, hey, we're gonna bring Chicano Street tonight at 9 o'clock to the G-Lew show, the OG Lou show, man. So shout out to G-Lew. Let's go ahead and show up over there. Let's run those numbers up. Run those numbers up. There ain't too many real ones on the internet. I'll tell you that. A lot of people fake the funk. A lot of people captions. They drop captions for clickbait and that they're gonna run a fade. They say they're gonna run a fade 200 times, and they've never ran the fade once. I tell you who gets my respect. Every single contestant, combatant, whatever you want to call them, gets my respect. Tony from Stories Written by a Current Prisoner, who's been in contact with me lately, he gets my respect. EBK family, I send prayers over to my carnalito. I haven't seen him on the internet for like 2 weeks, but I text him just to see how he is. He gets my respect. Buzz gets my respect. Cholo Trucker gets my respect. Paradigm Media News and Mile High Hustle. Those are six individuals that have pulled up. And if they say they want the smoke, guarantee that they will pull up. Not like these other cabrones, but it is what it is, right? Sanecal's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. He said no tax on overtime. So maybe they're going to start, if he puts his, because they're asking for the plans, right? But when he puts the plans out, guess what happens? They end up copying the plans away because he's a businessman. Well, Mikey, he filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, I know people have. And usually when people file for bankruptcy, it's not that they're broke. It's not that they're broke. It's that they want to eliminate the debt. So you could file for bankruptcy and still have 6 mansions, 10 billion in the bank or whatever. It's just you just want to eliminate certain debts. So yeah, people file for bankruptcy. But again, I'm not this ain't the defending someone or anything like that. I'm as neutral as you can be, whether you believe it or not. Whether you think, nah. Oh, real quick, I also want to mention this. I got invited by an IG channel, a Chicano IG channel. So when that goes down, we're gonna be on Instagram. So everyone that has Instagram, be looking out for that. I think that's gonna happen next week. I think it's gonna happen on next Thursday, and let's have a conversation about all things pertaining to Chicanos. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm real excited about that one because I have been mentioning on the YouTube the Chicano channels, the Chicano pages, but really only in the sense of of politics, right? And because most of them, are one side on the political spectrum. So Chicano page, I'm not even going to mention them right now. I want to make sure it's official, and then we lock it in, and I do a thumbnail or whatever. A Chicano page has reached out to me and wants to have that conversation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's easy. O sea, If you just speak from your heart, what do you have to prepare? What do you, nothing, nothing, nothing. So straight from the corazon, let's talk about it. I can't wait. That's going to be next week. He said thoughts on Renegade Media. So I actually reached out to Renegade Media before he relocated. I didn't put the cat out of the bag, but he was going through some situations where, yeah, he needed to relocate. He needed to relocate. He was going through some situations that were, he needed to relocate. Let's just say that, okay. My thoughts on him, pues, I mean, what am I gonna say, cabron? You know what I mean? He's another cabron on the internet. He tells stories. He's doing what is he doing? He's doing like some other channels do. They tell stories from behind the walls and do this and do that. Personally, me, no one has even heard 10% of my story. I think what people follow me is because I am, you know what I mean? I am that the perfect example of someone that came from the streets and evolve mentally and is not doing that. You've never heard, has anyone on the internet ever heard me talk about incarceration, the terms, multiple terms, YA? Have you ever heard me talk about that? No. Why don't I talk about that? Because it's loser shit. It was the biggest regret. It was the biggest waste of time. It's loser shit. And I say that with my chest because the youngsters, when they jump on the internet, they see these videos and it is interesting, but these cabrones that tell the stories are not in the right place to tell the story. O sea, they're just still, they're still on the fence. Let's just say that. They're still on the fence. So that's why I don't talk about none of that stuff. But that's why I believe a lot of you guys rock with me because anyone else would just put it out there, right? I did this, I did that, I did loser shit. If I've ever talked about it, I've talked about it in these terms. Yeah, I lost about 20 something years of my life. That's how I mention it. But on the G-Lew show tonight at 9 p.m., if G-Lew wants to ask me any one of those questions for platforms that I respect and I'm willing to do an interview on, everything is open and we'll keep it at that. I don't have any negative experiences with the African American community. I don't because we grew up in Salinas with a like less than 5%. I would even say 3%. Is the makeup of Salinas when it comes to the black community. It's just we have a large blacks community. We have a very tiny, tiny, tiny black community. We tenemos un chingo de um, if you want there start and also audio drops but no audio. Was I gonna say? Oh, if you just watch CNN all day long and they will put some inside of you, all these because that's right. Gente, we're not stupid. What does that do? What is that gonna do? It's kind of like you being raised, with a certain ethnicity, and the whole time they're telling you, watch out for that other ethnicity. Watch out, watch out, watch out. What is that gonna do to you? The same shit CNN is doing. Anyways, enough politics. Oh man, enough politics. I don't think G-Lew's gonna ask me about politics tonight. But tune in tonight, man, 9 p.m. I can't wait. And give my boy a follow also as well. And he got a lot of shows. Actually, what I want to do with G-Lo, I would love to do a West Side Wednesday with him. I wonder if we can do a West Side Wednesday with the way we just split the music. That means it'll be one track you, one track me. One track you, one track me. Because 90s rap is absolutely the best decade, hands down, of any decade when it comes to rap music. I don't care. Everyone has their own opinion, but the 90s rap is forever legendary and epic, and I will put it up against any music nowadays. Now, the beats are on steroids. I understand that the beats are definitely on steroids, but 90s rap is still is the best. So, West Side Wednesdays, I would love to on with G-Lew. Maybe we'll talk about that again tonight. And 209's in the casa. What's up with Buzz and Splinter? So here's the update on that one. Buzz is all in. Okay. Buzz wants to pull up to Woodtober. He wants to make it a Woodtober. It's gonna be Red Rider versus Lightning, right? Buzz is all in. Now, Splinter, I sent him the contract and I also let him know 2 days ago. And this morning I sent another message. Maybe he's busy, maybe he's working. I understand that. But he'll be able to see it after work and respond if he does. I let him know though, if he doesn't respond by today, obviously the people know that it was all for the internet. I wouldn't get riled. This is just me personally, just me. I wouldn't get riled up on the internet, um, and then find out my opponent wants to run the fade and then fade away. Or say I go away, brush it off, or it's water under the bridge, or sweep it under the carpet. Me personally, you know, we got the gym. 285 East Alisal in Salinas, 7,000 square feet facility. It's because we purchased the shop next door. And then we knocked down the pinchy wall, and then we just got another 3,000 square feet. We got the gym ready to go, and that's why people don't want to call Mikey. And if you don't call Mikey and you don't sign the contract, the people are gonna know. It doesn't mean they're gonna unsubscribe from you. No, they'll still be your subscribers. You know what I mean? But anyways, if you're gonna write a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash, I'm from a different generation. That's all I'm saying. I'm from a different. But anyways, that's right. OG Lou is in the casa. I appreciate you, carnal. All respects over to you. I was just talking about West Side Wednesdays. I would love to do a West Side Wednesday with you. Man, I think that would be great for the people. There's a way to cross stream too, but you got to have either StreamYard or OBS. That way it can go up on two platforms at the same time. I would love that because undisputed, the 90s is the best decade of rap. But that's just me. Now, it's funny because some of the early 2000s sounded like the 90s too. Okay. Some of the early 2000s, it kept rolling over. Like if you keep hearing the Mac Dre, I'm talking about more northern rap, but again, even some of the SoCal rap, it still had that 90s sounds. I would love to do that one, and cross stream that one, and then and see what's up, man. That way we can just get the most eyes on. But catch me tonight. We're gonna have a great conversation on the G-Lew show tonight, 9 o'clock. I need you guys to show up, show out. Do me a favor, run up those numbers over there and pull up. We need everyone pulling up, all the Chicanos, all the raza, 10 candy low riders pulling up right there, all hairnets, white shirts, khaki suits. However, let's do it tonight. It's gonna be a good conversation. I haven't done an interview. Man, maybe I've only done one. Maybe Nino America or maybe Jen Magana's channel a long time ago. But never asked me like the intricacies of all growing up. And if they do, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I say this. I say put your story out there because it could help somebody, man. Especially these youngsters. G-Lew. Another thing I want to say, my boy OG-Lew is very professional. Your executive producer, the way she reached out to me, the questionnaires, information, getting everything ready for the interview, very, very professional. So I'm excited, man. It's probably going to be the first of many interviews or many collaborations with the G-Lew show. So Raza, go ahead and run those numbers up with my boy. He said, let's do it. I'm down. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah. That's back in the CD days, man. One of the legendary, iconic CD spots in Salinas. Man, they just closed their doors like 2 or 3 months ago. Anyone that is from Salinas knows Street Beats. Street beats, and let me know if you can make sure my audio is still good because I'm driving around, gente. If my audio cuts out, please just don't even hesitate a second. Just drop no audio, okay, Raza? Por favor. Street Beats, which is right across the street from the Northridge Mall, which is the biggest mall in Salinas, on the north side. Just shut down 2-3 months ago, man. He tried to go from CDs to selling merch to doing custom prints or other things. It wasn't working out no more because downloads have made it obsolete. Just like no one uses travel agents anymore, right? Why are you gonna pay a travel agent when you could book your own hotel and book your own flight and save the overhead? So it is what it is. Raul says 100% 90s is definitely it. Again, but everyone came up in a different generation, right? My OGs, they came up in the 70s. Uh, some people came up in the 80s. I came up in the 90s. I just got to say this. I'm blessed, man. I'm fortunate. I think the 90s was a great time to be raised in. I'm not talking about be a baby in. I'm talking about the teenage years, right? Even though I was, on the streets very little, as a teenager, maybe we'll talk about that tonight on the G-Lew show. I was on the streets very little, but when I was on the streets, one of the first things I ever did was put on the khakis and chucks and go to street beats. And we got to get sound, man. Matter of fact, someone came out. They made a Northern Hispanic Zone. It's a YouTube page. They don't post videos. It's like an IG, but it's on YouTube. They don't post videos. They just post memes, right? They put a top 10 Northern California rap list. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, that list is easily persuaded by podcasts, by who's popular, because they're missing at least 2 or 3 names that I would put from the 90s when it comes to Northern California rap. Like for one, they didn't even put BG Evil. BG Evil from NFL Merced 209. That dude absolutely had some of the hardest slaps and album. Matter of fact, the most classic album of his is called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So I was like, oh, you're talking that list, the top 10 rappers, right? Northern Hispanic Zone put it up. I'm like, oh, your top 10 rappers you're really going off of who's most popular right now. You start putting A-Wax and other things. And I'm like, I'm not knocking anyone, but I'm like, I should put out my top 10. I should put out my top 10. El Chapo's sending his the OG loot. That's right. I appreciate you. Real recognize real, right? That's all we want to sit down at the table, right? I mean, even though again I'm a businessman now, right? Investor, promoter, etc. I'm still not gonna sit at the table with weirdos and creeps and none of that shit. So the real recognize real tonight, Chapo come through, cabron. Is gonna be a late night session after dark. With the matter of fact, it's Friday the 13th today. Chingado. Pretty soon, we're going to also do the Dia de Muertos live with me and Mrs. Chicano too. You know what we did last year, right? We got the full paint, face, makeup. Um, and it's going to be a good one. And we're going to lay out the altar with all of our loved ones because the raza does that. Now, some raza in Mexico, they believe a little bit deeper on the holiday than I do. Like you got to do this on the first day, do this on the second day, and do this on the third day. Well, I don't do it like that. I just wear the face paint. I do the traditional altar, and it's a badass one. Watch, I'll put it on my IG stories. I'll put it on the IG stories. That's right, G-Lew. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I can't wait tonight. Let's have that conversation. And, whatever you want to ask, let's do it to it. I think I've only done 1 or 2 interviews ever on the internet. They see the glory, but they don't know the story. No, I didn't. You think I made that term up? No, I didn't make that term. That term was actually from Preachers of LA. Who remembers that one? Preachers of LA. I forgot the name of the bishop or apostle or I forgot it. He was in the barber shop. He said that one. I said, I got to use that one. Some of these preachers are sharp tongues, man. A lot of people didn't even know I went to seminary. Man, there's a lot of layers to this onion, I'm telling you. A lot of people didn't even know I went to seminary. And I mean seminary, the Bible seminary. I don't mean the hood in Oakland. Cálmase, cabrones. Boom, bap. Yup, that's right. Pull up Corco Door Security. Just stepped in the building. No, he's been in here. He's been in here. We got security at the gate. We're very militant. You know how we move, cabron. So keep it posted. Amanda's in the casa. I appreciate you, amiga. A Chicano Tube lady is in here. I appreciate you. Can't wait for that interview tonight. Yep. I can't wait neither. It's gonna be the first of many collabs. So I'm only doing this live because I'll be getting ready for the interview. But I'm not gonna be going live tonight. Because if I did go live tonight, it'd be like a double header, and my voice, I feel like I'm at a pinchy football game, and I don't want to exhaust the voice, man. Yubile, what are your thoughts on Norteño setting up a studio in Richmond, California? Well, bro, I mean, Pancho, Richmond, California, it's in Northern California. I mean, what, people getting it twisted or what? No, I'm um I'm aware. I'm aware that there is a presence up here in Northern California. I saw it. I saw it from there was no presence, then the movie American Me came out, and then there was a presence, but it was still very inconspicuous, not a threat to the point where, we were going at each other's throats. I say this more than anything. I fought more of my friends than I ever did ops because that's all we had to fight. It's kind of like in LA, like maybe with the Mexicanos, the raza over there. There's a neighborhood on almost every street, right? There's no threat 5 hours up north. Well, that's me. And then to go to the Bay is another two. So they just had to deal with who they had to deal with. Same with us. Same with us. So I'm not knowing of any deep pockets, concentrated pockets. Um, in Richmond or anywhere else. And don't get it twisted on what the internet tells you, gente, because there's a lot of YouTube videos also on Salinas scaring the shit out of people. They don't even want to come to Salinas. They think people are just walking around with razor blades in their mouth. And it goes down every single weekend. And cálmase. Okay. A lot of those videos that people are telling are stories from the 90s, and they bring him up again. It's like Dubs, that pendejo Dubs. He's gonna make 10 videos on Pelican Bay, right? And just retitle it different. My thoughts on Pelican Bay. What I did in Pelican Bay. Looking back, what I wish I would have done in Pelican Bay. It's like, bro, cut it out, man. That's the wrong example to the youngsters, anyways. Why? Because he's still coming out with a pinchy slingshot and want to show tattoos, and you're a tough guy. Cut it out, man. Cut that out. Amanda, cover your eyes, cabrón. Día de Muertos, mi santísima muerte, cabrón. Okay, cálmate, cabrón. Okay, so no, so we don't do Santísima Muerte, but I know what you mean. In Mexico, it could have different meanings, right? They do on the first day this. They bring ofrendas. They bring comida. I forgot what else because I'm a pocho. What else that they do? But we don't take it to that deep level. But we're gonna do a Dia de Muertos live. Probably the same thing we did last year, badass altar lighting, makeup, whatever, and just open it up. And I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have a drink on that one. So that one is gonna be on Dia de Muertos, which is the first, the second, and the 3rd of October. But Risky, caile a la noche, cabrón. Caile a la noche, cabrón. And I seen your comments, bitchy Risky business, man. He's the biggest devil's advocate on Chicano Street, but that's good. Because if you don't get the truth doesn't mind to be questioned. You never have to remember the truth because the truth is the truth. And so, what I mean that I'm not saying I have all the truth. I'm saying I'm always going to speak from my experience. Okay. And just like Karina and just like Pete that came on the podcast on Wednesday, we all have a personal experience growing up in the barrio, growing up in the neighborhood. Talk about that tonight, maybe with G-Lew, if OG-Lew asks me. That's right, chaps. That's right. You guys should be dropping each other's links, man. Drop links to your IGs, drop links to your YouTube pages. It's about growing the network, growing the community. It's not just growing Chicano Street. Gracias to you guys. We have 500 subscribers just last month. It's not about, just this platform. It's about you guys networking. You guys should be connecting with each other on IG because you guys fuck with each other on YouTube, and go from there. That's right. El Chapo is laughing, cabrón. That's right. Bien firme tonight. Yeah, so Kyle a la noche, cabrón. Pinche Nacho 9-2 Supreme. That's right, you guys. Oh, you guys are just clowning around now. Okay, so this is gonna be a quick live. I want to recap this. That tonight I'm gonna be on the G-Lew show. Tap in over there. Kyle Raza, do me a favor. I'll put something in the community page again. I loaded it on IG, I think last night. I'll put something in the community page to remind you guys. It's gonna be a great conversation. Let's run those numbers up, man. When black and brown get together to have a conversation, it's not gonna fail. Unless you're Alvin, and be joking all the time, interrupting all the time, or sex playing. Shit, I don't know about that. Sex playing, because he has no clecha. Then yeah, the conversation looks like a sham. It looks like a joke. But let's give credit where credit is due. Marvelous Minds. I'm gonna be with Marvelous Minds on location. Mexican Independence Day. Couldn't have picked a better day to bring me hermano Marvelous Minds. He had that conversation with Spider Loc 2 years ago. Years ago. So when these cabrones that say no one else is doing this, really? Yeah, I'll hold. That's right, neta, cabrón. You already know. Yeah, so we're gonna do the Dia de Muertos live. That'll be on Dia de Muertos, October 1st. It's actually an anniversary of ours, also October 1st. That's actually the day we met. When I met the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife in 2002. I was working in an insurance department, and I was moonlighting. To anyone that knows what moonlighting is I had a suit on in the day, but the strap was in the car, and the change of clothes was in the trunk. And when I drove out of that place, it was like, uh, me and my girlfriend. Oh man, that's crazy. What time? Wait, tonight at 9 o'clock. This is gonna be a night crawler after hours. Va a salir la pinche full moon tonight. It's Friday the 13th. Full moon in the air, and Chicanos are hitting the G-Lew show for a great conversation, man. Everything is just a recipe for success, man. Let's do it. Let's run it up tonight, cabrón. Tonight. Ain't she risky, but no more politics, okay, cabrón? No more politics. People get their panties in a bunch. Actually, the DMs that I got after that show are funny, man. They swear that I'm like Charlie Kirk, grew up with a silver spoon, was indoctrinated or something through college, and now I'm some kind of left or right wing or whatever wing you want to call it. Person, I don't know, man. Just when I talk about, economy, making money, that's a universal language, man. Amanda's laughing at Chapo. That's right, you guys. I'm glad you guys are having a blast, man. That's what it's about. It's about the chat. It's about getting it lit in the chat cracking. Marvelous doesn't like Mexicanos, though, or Mexico. Chingado. You couldn't go one single chat down the middle, neutral, without dropping a bomb, huh, cabron? I don't believe that to be true. Because why? Now, you're talking about Mexico because his position is that the United States should forfeit because it doesn't belong to them, the land that they won during the Mexico and American War for 2 years. The 30%, right? The Rio, where you live, cabron. That's the dividing river, right? The Rio Grande that goes all the way up to, where does it go? Like it hits Oregon or something. It kind of goes that way. Marvelous believes, and we'll talk about that on Mexican Independence Day. I got about 3-4 questions I already got, but I'm going to go to a Giants game on Saturday, a baseball game with my daughter by the time I eat that Saturday. But that's not gonna be till 6. That's when I'm gonna work out the rest of the cues. I've already confirmed with Marvelous. We got the location. It's gonna be in the heart of Chicanoville, in the heart of Chicano headquarters. So I can't wait. But I'll ask him. But he doesn't like Mexicanos. Come on, wait. Come on. Is that reaching? Don't reach, wait. Come on. A la noche a las 9, cabrón. We're gonna be over there at 9 o'clock, man. Ain't nobody tell the freaks come out at night, man. Damn it, tonight. Hey, those IG pages are hilarious, man. Salinas Activities, San Jose Activities. Shout out to San Jose Activities. It's actually a brother of mine. I want to put him on blast that runs that page. He has a personal IG, and then he runs that one because he's a bouncer. He's a bouncer in San Jose, and so he got great clips every single weekend of cabrones or cabronas falling on their face, carrying their heels, one heel broken, all these funny things, man. Hey, at the end of the day, the internet, it's entertainment, man. Hopefully, if we're wasting time, I mean, if we're gonna be watching the phone, hopefully it's entertaining. You don't want to hear no boring ass shit or shit that just is the same old song every single day. Nothing new ever talked about. So, anyways, that's funny as hell. Ya valió madre. Well, it's gonna be a full moon tonight. It's Friday the 13th. And it's gonna crack off tonight. G-Lew show, 9 o'clock, you guys. All right, you guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up, you guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna catch you guys at 9 o'clock tonight. No more politics. Leave it alone already, okay? The people are already decided. It's either you're voting for your wallet or you're voting for your feelings. That's it. That's it. No more politics. Leave it alone. Let's push it, man. Let's keep it moving, you right? All right, you guys. Big lineup. G-Lew show, 9 o'clock. And then tap in to Saturday night content creator series of fighting. I want you guys to comment on the fight video. Let me know that shit sucked. The production looks janky. That ain't shit. Or give kudos. Hey Mikey, you did that or whatever. Because there's been a lot of people on the internet woofing, talking about, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm talking about fighters. I'm talking about people that say they're gonna do fights and they're gonna start up promotions and all that. Well, we're 3 fights in. One more contract is pending. I haven't even talked about that yet. I'm not gonna put that out yet. I'm not talking about Splinter. There's something else on the horizon, but I'm not gonna put it out preliminarily, so I don't want it to, go south. So that's what we do. The LLC, the company's LLC, it's insured, tax ID, you name it. No one else is gonna do that. No one else is gonna do that. Guaranteed. All right, so you guys enjoy the G-Lew show tonight at 9. Enjoy the fight, EBK, and stories, and they were throwing heavy leather. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You guys comment. If they're not giving it, they're all throwing chingazos. They were dropping each other in the fight. I'm not going to put the whole cat out of the bag. I want you guys to see the fight, content creator series of fighting, and then Mexican Independence Day with Marvelous is happening. I'll let you guys go live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'll see you at 9 p.m. tonight on the G-Lew show on YouTube. But remember what I always say? In the end, all you got is the memories.